Hello everyone, this is Prem Kumar. Today I'm going to talk about how to create a perfect resume for a Pega job opening. When you apply for any job opening, a resume is very critical. It just gives a first impression about you. I involved in a lot of job intakes, and the first thing which I do is do a screening based on the resume. I hope that is same for any of the job opening. So make sure you give your first impression right. I'll try my best to give you some tips that can help you with preparing your Pega resume. First tip, prepare your resume based on job description. You may have different types of Pega job openings. They may look for a mid-year profile, they may look for a senior profile, they may look for a DevOps profile, CDH profile. So you should make your resume based on the job description. Don't just have one resume and apply it for all different job openings. Just look at the job description and try to tailor your resume based on the job opening. And also don't get the resume from your friends and just update the resume. You can have some template, that is for sure, but even if you use some template, just clean out all the data and put only your data. Don't just copy some lines from your friend's resume. And finally, don't lie in your resume. Let's say if there is a job description and if you don't fit to the job description, or if you are not skillful enough for the job description, don't just lie in your resume, because the questions which you will get during the interview, it will be mostly related to what you mentioned in the resume. So that is very critical. But if you have some theoretical knowledge, or if you went through some courses and if you acquired the knowledge, you can very well mention it as a beginner level knowledge, but just don't lie lot of things in your resume. The second tip is keep it professional. For example, your name, your email address, make it more professional. In name, just use your full name. Don't use any kind of abbreviations. In email address, maybe you might have created some email address that can include some movie actor's name or some kind of different comical email address. Don't use that personal email address in your resume. Have a professional email address and use that email address in your resume. And also you can create your resume as compact as possible. It's not that you have to explain all your project details, all the individual rules which you work. I have seen resumes where they mention the same set of rules. For example, they worked on REST integration maybe in 5 projects. They keep mentioning the same set of descriptions in each of the projects. So that is really not needed. You can mention your project experience, but keep it short. I would say you can try to go for one-page resume that is like very catchy and it is getting trend in the recent times. So you can try to create a one-page resume or maximum 2-page resume. Don't just go for 3-page, 4-page, 5-page. Definitely that is not necessary. So just try to keep it professional as much as possible. The third is Pega community profile. Make sure you mention your email address that is tagged to a Pega community profile. Why I meant is the people who is going to screen your resume or going to interview you, they can find your profile into Pega community. If you are legit, definitely you must have gone through the Pearson, you must have gone through the certification process, and there we can easily find in which year you got your certification. Let's say, for example, if someone tries to fake his resume, if they mention that they have worked last 4 years, and if we go to the Pega community profile check, and if we find that he got his certificates only this year, then definitely I don't think he might have worked all the 3 years without a certification in those projects, right? It's a red flag, I would say. So keeping your Pega community profile clean and legit is highly critical, and it gives you a trust for the interviewer. And just don't forget to mention your email address, or you can also give you a link, the Pega community profile link to them, so that they can quickly access you and validate you against the Pega Academy. And the fourth tip which I will advise you is on the professional presence. I don't call it social presence, I call it professional presence. You can use LinkedIn and have your presence in the LinkedIn. Using LinkedIn, you can share some contents, you can make some connections. For example, let's say you have some kind of strong connections in LinkedIn, and if I try to interview you, if I check your LinkedIn profile and if I see a lot of mutual connections, maybe I can get in touch with my close mutual connections and get to know about you. And if they have some good feedback about you, definitely it is going to have some added benefit, right? It acts like a reference thing. But let's say if you don't have a strong professional presence in LinkedIn, it's not that mandatory to mention it in your resume. But still, I know many interviewers, they just search your profile in LinkedIn just to get some trust. So I would advise you, keep your LinkedIn profile as strong and as professional as possible. Don't just use any kind of actor profile or some kind of fake or some words in your profile picture. Just take a professional snapshot of you and keep it in your LinkedIn. And these are the 4 main tips. But I would like to add one more small thing. You can also prepare some cover letter when you try to apply for some job openings. Especially for any kind of Europe clients, they expect some cover letter in addition to your resume. So cover letter is more like it gives you a description about you, and then why you are interested to apply to the job and how you can contribute to the organization. So preparing a cover letter can also give an impression that you did some effort, you prepared yourself a cover letter as well as CV. that can little bit add to your benefit. These are the main tips I want to share when you want to prepare your Pega resume and apply for your job openings. And if you are trying for that, I wish you all good luck.